In Ukraine and Russia, Tornado is a name that is soaked with infamy. A Ukrainian battalion so murderous, sadistic and perverted that even the Ukrainian government wanted them gone. Yet, 7 years on after their arrest and disbandment, their headquarters still stands in what remains of a school. It's been 7 years since Tornado spray-painted this insignia onto the walls of their school. It was shut down soon afterwards. The kids couldn't come back to what they had turned this place into, a torture pit full of misery and pain. But much more recently, just 2 weeks ago, another neo-Nazi volunteer battalion was also stationed here, and that is Azov. They also defiled the walls with their own insignia. You can argue which is worse. Azov nationalists butchered thousands of civilians in Mariupol, but Tornado, they were so much more revolting, say even Ukrainian officials.
When the Tornado commanders were detained, their mobile phones were seized. There was some scary footage on those phones, footage of sex orgies and rape. There were rapes of underage girls.
No one will ever know precisely how many people they murdered, tortured and raped here. The court case against Ruslan Onishenko and his henchmen consisted of 80 tomes and more than 100 witnesses and victims. But that is believed to be only a fraction of them, as locals told me.
Брали с остановки, снимали и везли сюда. Это по рассказам людей, какие здесь побывали. Ставили на колени, спрашивали, почему не служите, кого вы тут ждете и все остальное.
А кого искали?
Именно. Искали, кто ничего вы не служите, им надо, чтобы кто-то служить пришел. Сепаратисты типа. Вы что, референдумы проводили, вы тут сепаратисты. Здесь у них пыточная была. По рассказам. Сюда заводили, ставили на колени и все остальное. Происходило здесь, в этом помещении. Люди выходили с синяками, побитые, а некоторых людей вообще не находили. Знакомый сын пропал, так и не нашли.
И много так пропало вот по рассказам?
По рассказам человек 5-6. Я не знаю, почему они такие. Бендеровцы, нацисты.
At its inception in 2014, Tornado was formed from the remnants of another disgraced Ukrainian volunteer battalion, Shakhtersk. A quarter of the volunteers who formed Tornado were convicts. As they grew and recruited, that percentage only increased.
There were a lot of them with prison tattoos. Convicts can easily be recognized by their behavior. We were picked up at the bus stop. I didn't have my passport with me. They checked us, some were released, but some were not. As a result, I was on my knees in my former school. They tied my hands, I stood like that from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. One of them would come up and point the muzzle at my neck like this, and pull the trigger.
This was once Onishenko's quarters, turned into a dump, a trash pile by the Ukrainian troops stationed here. Now, safe, still unopened. Bear in mind, though, that Onishenko was arrested and Tornado was disbanded in 2015. A lot of time has passed, but people still remember. Despite everything, Ruslan Onishenko, who ordered and oversaw uncountable tortures, rapes and killings of civilians, has been released from jail early by Ukrainian authorities after serving only 7 years. He and his closest henchmen are once again together and have at their disposal millions of dollars in NATO weaponry, all the guns and power they need to channel all the hate that they carry.
They came to me and said, "What's up, Russian?" I told them, "Are you guys looking for Russians? Then shoot everyone here." I told them, "I was born here, I grew up here, I will die here, and you're looking for Russians?" I said, "Well, shoot me then."
They were doing something in the basements. They were walking around dressed like Nazis. They were shooting at the cemetery, they had a shooting range there. People disappeared, we've dug up everything around here, no one knows where they have gone.
Ruslan Onishenko's release will only boost Russia's case that Moscow is waging battle against those depraved few who hold Ukraine hostage, against nationalism and radicalism, the likes of which the world has forgotten, against hatred, depravity and xenophobia given human form. Murad Gazdiev, RT, from Privolya, Lugansk People's Republic.